We're going to see how to install Excel's add-in called Power Query, which lets you extract data from multiple sources, including the web, very easily. And that's the main point. It's very easy to extract that data. And once you have that data, you can manipulate it. You can do searches on it. You can do all kinds of different things with it once it's in Excel. So this is a great tool for anyone that needs to extract and do transformations on data, meaning you need to manipulate that data once you have it. This being an add-in, we'll click File, and you need to have a document open to get to the options down here. So we'll click Options in the left side, and I'll click Add-ins. This is going to be a COM add-ins, and I'll click Go. Now you'll notice it's not even listed here. That's because you actually have to download it. So we're going to go ahead and do that now. And I'll switch over to Internet Explorer. I'll type in the search query, install Excel Power Query. And that's all you need to do. And this works for Excel 2013 and 2010. And then you can click on this first link. Just make sure it's office.microsoft.com. So you want a Microsoft.com domain there. I'll click on this link here, and then it says download and install. I'll click right here, Microsoft Power Query for Excel. And on this next page, I'll leave it as English and click download. So it's asking me, do you want 32-bit or 64-bit? This is related to the version of Excel you want to install, not your operating system. So if you have a 64-bit operating system, you probably still need to install 32-bit Excel. I'll click Next, Accept, Next. This is fine. And install. So we'll let this go ahead and download. So that is finished, and I'll click Finish here. And then I'll close Internet Explorer. Yes, close all tabs. And I'll restart Excel. Now when I go back into the options, it should be there. We'll see. And now I'm back in Excel. I'm going to go ahead and do blank worksheet. I'll click File. Now when I go to Options, I'm going to go to Add-ins. We have Power Query now. So you can see here it's a COM add-in, which is the one we selected earlier. So for this one, you'll, at least in 2013, Excel 2013, you'll need to go out and to Internet Explorer or whatever your web browser is and download it there, and then you can just install it. It's an MSI, so you'll need to double click and you can install it. And I'll click that and click OK. And we have the Power Query tab right there. So I'm going to look at a quick example of how to use this, and first I'll explain some things. We've got on this Power Query tab all of our sources right here. So get external data, this whole section. Online search mainly will work with Wikipedia and from web. So sources from the internet, of course, and then from file. Well, this is from web, so you can see here it's asking me to type in a URL to a specific website. Then you can load from a file, and you can also from database. There's other sources here. There's quite a number of them. There's a lot of, so there's from SharePoint, so I'm just going to highlight a few that might be interesting to you. There's SharePoint, Active Directory, Microsoft Exchange, Facebook, then just a blank query. So we're going to do online search. I'll click that. Over here on the side is where I type in my query. So let's say I want largest cities in United States. And I'll hit enter. And that is searching the web. This is interesting, 1860. So I'll go ahead and click on this first one, but you can see here how we get this really nice looking preview of our data. Well, how about let's do current. I'm going to do 2010. I'll click that. Just double click that, and now it's loading that data. It's going to put it into a table. there we have it. And because this is basically a table, we can click on these and sort them. So you can see here I've got sorting options. I can search. So if this was much bigger, I could type in state and it would just display that particular state. So that is an extraction of data from Wikipedia. And just to show you the search, let's go with Texas. So if this was much bigger, it would look better. So I'm going to hit that and do enter, and there's all the ones for Texas. And I can say clear it. And then I'm going to go back to Power Query. You can use the from web where you would enter a URL, but there's so much information already available from Wikipedia. So for example, if I want to do, let's see, S&P 500, just see what this brings. So the component stocks, recent change lists, total annual returns, history. Find one with a good amount of data. Let's just do the component stocks. So this is going to be a listing of all the different stocks in the index. So I'll double click that. Just wait for this data to load. And you can see here we get a different sheet. So we have over here our cities. Then over here we have this sheet with all of our stock listings. And from Wikipedia, you can do things like zip codes. You can do cities in a state. You can do population information. There's just a ton of different things that you can do with the information available. And of course, over here you can search. So if I want, say, AIG, I hit enter, and there's AIG. And then I can clear that out. Right there, clear filter, and everything is back. So this is really a great way to extract data from all kinds of sources. And it takes, so this order of data, for example, so if on a web page you see this data and you're wondering, how am I ever going to get this data off this page? It just doesn't look orderly. That's what Excel Power Query is good at. It finds a pattern and a way to extract that data. Now, probably there's a lot of sites that it won't be able to extract from, but you can use URL to a site and see if you're able to query anything off of that site. I believe you'll find that just using the online search is the best option, because unless you know that the particular site you want to do URL from is in such a format that Power Query is going to be able to work with it, then it's not going to be able to extract anything. And you'll end up just wasting a lot of time going that route. So the online search, at least for the web, if you don't really know what the website that you're maybe wanting to extract data from, if it's compatible with Power Query, I would just go with online search and stick with Wikipedia. And that would be the quickest way to get all kinds of data. And I'm sure you'll see that you'll be able to find pretty much anything that you'll want using just the online search via Wikipedia.